Hello, hello, hello. Okay, very quickly. um, First of all, did anybody in the chat did y'all listen to Drake's album? Any of them? I wanted to start off by saying this when it comes to Drake. Both he and his fans, but more intensely his fans, have this very much so like they're still very stained from the battle. And they feel like, oh, y'all was on Kendrick's side, like stay on that side or whatever. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, are we serious? I think I think stands are very unserious. Stands are not meant to be taken seriously as people or as a collective. I think in certain ways, like when it comes to stand culture, it's very informative because only a Drake stan will be able to tell you when certain albums dropped and what songs were on what album and their numbers and their stats. They can provide you with factual information that you just as a casual fan wouldn't know. And for that, when it comes to stan culture, I appreciate it. The other like very obsessive, parasocial, weird energy surrounding it, very obsessive, is so unhealthy. And I really don't think stans are meant to be taken seriously, to be honest. But anyway, that's besides the point. Um, Yeah, I think there's a lot of like post album conversations that are a bit strange when it comes to Drake. Me personally, I don't know about y'all. I definitely grew up listening to the man, so I wasn't gonna stop listening to Drake after the battle. He lost. I was waiting for new music, and I'm very pleased with all of it, honestly. So not really gonna get into an album review here, but I more so wanted to talk about um people's expectations of Drake. Something that was very fucking annoying that I seen a lot. People were annoyed that Drake responded, had a lot of disses, like was responding to a lot of the things from the battle. People were mad that Drake was responding to everything from the battle, like Kendrick, and like dissing a bunch of people. And it's like, dude, the man lost. He lost so badly. We got to hear a conclusion from Kendrick, from Cole. Cole then went and did all these interviews. We got to hear from everybody else. Why can't the man respond to everyone when he lost? Like he was lost. He lost. He's been quiet for so long. Let the man respond. That's what you're supposed to do in music, right? Like at least the man, puts it in some bars and responds to people. Um so yeah, I felt like he executed everything much better than he actually did during the battle, like with this album. I think the Iceman was a beautiful conclusion to the like big three saga or the whole battle of itself. Even though the fans will continue the aftermath of this battle for a very very long time, unfortunately. I felt like all the shit that he had to say, he said it, and he said it well to me. Some people didn't like certain things, but I just thought I was very shocked that people weren't bothered. They're like, oh, we don't want to hear you respond to everything that happened. Da, da, da. It's old, blah 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 blah. And it's like, hello, that's what he's supposed to do. He lost. It's his turn now. We heard from everyone else. Let him talk. And I'm not even a Drake stan. I'm just saying like why shouldn't he do that? Why is that a bad thing for him to do that? Um so I feel like that was fine. Um but yeah, I just thought there was a lot of conversations around it that was weird. Of course there was people that was hating on it just to hate, and I saw that too. I saw like the people that are like dedicated to hating Drake, just hating the album, hate listening, shitting on it. And there's also like a very weird high expectation of Drake to evolve. And I understand it. I do, because of the type of artist and the type of rapper that he is. However, you have people like Future. There's plenty of rappers that get to just have a very long lasting career by being mediocre and by doing the same thing. And I think that there are certain things about Drake that people think are repetitive and they're annoyed by it, which is fine. And there are some people that enjoy certain repetitive things about Drake. Like, I think as a collective, generally, like, we all kind of, at least we used to, like his pettiness, right? That's a trait about him as an artist that you will hear consistently throughout his career. And so now he's been making music for well over a decade, and he's so him being petty now, current day, people are acting like they're tired of it, and it's fine. Some people may genuinely be tired of it. I think it's okay for people to be annoyed by it and for some people to appreciate it, because that's kind of what keeps you going back. Kind of like how, Wayne has his light, his lighter flicker and stuff like that. Like, there's those kind of things that when they are pop up all throughout someone's career. Me personally, I appreciate certain things, but there are some people who are fans even who are like, all right, I'm over this. Like, we want something else. We want to hear, you know, a more mature and, grown version of this artist that we love. And I think that's understandable as well. I just think everyone can like what they want to like, not like what they don't like. I don't know. But the albums, I liked all the albums. I didn't like all the songs though. Of course, there were some songs I didn't really care for, but I genuinely liked all the albums. They were cool. Sterling said the album was in my opinion, but that's because I'm used to the old Drake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people agreed with that. A lot of people had that same opinion, um, which is understandable. But I was, someone who's like appreciative of this version of Drake, especially in the battle sense. I felt like he made good songs and he rapped really well. But there are some people that disagree with that, and that's okay. That is all right. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. I didn't really have like a full in-depth review. I'm not like whatever. Um, so I'm pretty much done with this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. It was very, very fun, very great. So thank you guys for joining. Make sure you join me next week for the 40th episode. Live at 7 p.m. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Click that link tree. Join the motherfucking Discord, please and thank you. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.